Alright guys, we are back today with my 2003 Honda Goldwing. Obviously it's a motorcycle. This is not a motorcycle channel by any stretch of the imagination, but this is kind of just to get it out there. When I was looking to buy one of these, I was trying to find some videos of the Goldwings, and there was some out there, but a lot of them weren't all that great. Like I said, this is probably going to be the only video of this bike on my channel unless there's really more demand for it. But it's just to kind of help the people that are maybe looking at something like this down the road. But anyways, a little bit of background on the Goldwing. They've been around since the 70s, and as the generations got older or newer, the bike got bigger. And the Goldwings have always been known for big engine bikes, just old grandpa cruisers. And I just absolutely love it. I've grown up around these things my whole life, and I've wanted one. So ever since I can remember, I've wanted one. So I eventually finally bought one, and you know what? I don't need a crotch rocket or nothing crazy like that. I've driven those, and that's not where it's at for me. I'm only, 21 years old, and here's my Goldwing. So that's an awesome bike. It's got awesome power, awesome torque. It's a Boxer V6, so it's really all you need. I don't need to be going 150 mile an hour. This will do 120 all day. And it's quick. It's really quick. So like I said, it's a 2003 Honda Goldwing. This generation came out in 2001, and it was actually a really nice refresh versus the 90s, which actually the generation before this I think came out in 88 or 89. But when they make motorcycles, they make them for a decade, and then they do little refreshes to them. This one's in a really kind of nice titanium, light gold color. It's hard to tell on camera, but it's got a nice gold hue to it. I'm a big fan of the color. This one does have ABS on it, so it does have quite a bit of options. There's either your ABS model or your non-ABS model back when you could get these. This one has ABS, and I do apologize for where I'm at. I'm just in a very industrial area right now, so there's a lot of background noise. I bought this from the original owner. They put 40,000 miles on it, and they took great care of it. So said it's got a 1800cc V6. It's a Boxer V6. I think it's got around 105 horsepower, give or take. Again, it's the mid 2000s, or early 2000s. You're gonna have a lot of gold on it, but for what it is, if you know your Goldwings, people pinstripe these things and put lights all over them and really chrome them up. That's one thing I was really pleased to find with this one, that it was left mainly stock. The only thing that was put on it was a chrome rack up here and a spoiler. I took the rack off. I'm not a fan of chrome on bikes. This is about as much chrome as I can really handle, and I think it looks really, really clean for what it is. I'm not a big fan of Harleys. I mean, this bike just does it for me. So looking at the exhaust, it does have a Cobra exhaust on it. I put that on there. I'm kind of with the notion of loud pipes save lives, so that's where those are. That's why those are on there. They have a bit of drone to them, but like I said, I feel a lot better when people can hear you coming. There's a lot of idiots out there. I've had a few close calls already, and at least on this bike I've had a few close calls, so it's just nice to be seen and heard. So you can also put fog lights down here, which you can just punch these little holes out. I haven't done that yet. If I ride it a couple more times throughout the year and decide to keep it, I'll probably work on that over winter time, is throw the fog lights in there. This one is riding on Dunlap tires, G4 I believe they're called. They're one of the higher rated tires out there. Just for this particular bike, it's in really good shape. Previous owners drove it all over the country, so it's got a lot of highway miles, I guess. And there's a little hole for your fog light control right there. And like I said, this one's basically stock, and that's the way you want to buy one of these, if you're asking me. I do have it on the center stand right now. It's a 950-pound bike. It's nothing light, but it's nothing to be too intimidated by if you're a pretty decent-sized person. It's very well weight distributed, so you can actually drive it around slow speeds real easy. Like I said, these are aftermarket Cobra exhausts. Start it up here. This has a 6.5 gallon tank. I go about 200 miles on a tank of gas. I figure I get about 30 to 35 miles a gallon. It's such a fun bike. You're always on the gas, at least for me. So we'll start it up here. You can see the gauges, they look like they're out of a Honda Accord of the day, but that's basically what it is. It's the Cadillac of all bikes, is what they call it. So we'll start it up here. In here. Too crazy. We do have a 4-speaker audio system, some speakers back here, we have some storage, these little pockets, CB outlets if you want to use the CB for your helmet. So yeah, you have your headlight adjuster right here, high beams, pretty bright lights. I would recommend adding some fog lights down there though if you're doing a lot of night driving. Your radio, I don't want to turn that on or anything, but as you can see, I mean, the bike, you have your CB up here. Again, if you have a CB outlet you would like to use, you have your horn. It's a car horn, so that's really nice too. It's really loud. Like I said, when you're on a bike, you want all these safety features and your audio controls, and then you have your reverse and your cruise control right here. Reverse is basically reversing the polarity on the starter, and you go very slow in reverse, but it's a nice assist when you're on like an incline, especially, like I said, the bike is 950 pounds. Like I said, we're in a kind of industrial area. Somebody's always getting stabbed, so I can't make a video over here without an ambulance driving by. But like I said, guys, here's the Goldwing. We'll check out the back real fast. I do want to add a backrest to it, though. That's one thing I am going to put on it. Like I said, I took the chrome rack off here and I plugged it with these push pins. I prefer the look without the rack. The spoiler looks real clean to me. And popping the trunk right here, it can fit 2 full-size helmets and some miscellaneous other things. I was actually in the market to cross-shop a Honda F6B, just slightly out of my price range, and you know, I found this a one-owner bike. It's hard to pass up. But I would have preferred the F6B without the bag on the back, and more of a sportier, younger person looking bike. But maybe I'll get one of those down the road. But this got my feet wet to the Goldwing, and I'm hooked. So we'll see how long we keep this one around for, but I do plan to have it for a while. Like I said, 2 full-size helmets and all your other crap. It's really nice to have storage on a motorcycle. You take it for granted when you don't. My other bike I have, my Kawasaki KLR, there's a little storage bag, just enough for me to really put my wallet in. So having all these storage compartments, you pull that lever down here and it will drop your saddlebag. And then this side is full of crap, so I'm not going to drop that one. But looking at it, you can, again, another helmet, a small helmet you can put right there, and just some whatever you can pack in there, really. So like I said, it's really well weight distributed, so it handles cargo quite well. You have some storage right here, a locking storage box, which I have my sunglasses in right now. Also have a locking gas cap. And then on this side, just have a regular box you can open while you're driving the bike. There's a few other things I'd like to get on it, such as like maybe a cup holder, you know, the backrest, and just keeping it clean though, and just comfortable to ride. Like I said, I put 200 miles on this in one day the other day. Very, very fun bike to drive. Does great on the freeway. So I'll do one little start up real fast here again on it. And as you can see, it's letting me know that this is not latched. So just walk up to it and latch it shut. It should shut off. So after I shut it, my 2003 Honda Goldwing, guys. Give it a quick little rev. If you're looking to buy one of these, if you're in the market to spend under 10 grand for a motorcycle, it really gives you the best of both worlds, the power, the comfort. You know, I don't think you could look farther than one of these. This is where it's at. Demo the radio real fast. Button. Honda Goldwing, just real fast, brief ownership experience, guys. So, as usual, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you all later.